Hi, welcome to the Wellness Podcast, the podcast that focuses on health information and your general well-being. Remember, right choices, healthy lifestyle. Now, your host, Nurse Sarah Shobolam. Welcome back to the Wellness Talk. Welcome back to the Wellness Talk. I made that song specially for you, just to welcome you back to the Wellness Talk. Happy New Month to you all. This is the first day in the month of November, and I'm really glad because we are heading towards the end of the year. I don't know, I'm just happy. I just want to apologize. I'm so sorry I've not been able to release any episode all through October. I think the last time I uploaded was the first Saturday, Sunday in October, and then since then I'm just on mute. You get that kind of thing. I feel loved because for the days, the weeks I didn't upload any episode, I started getting calls, messages from people that why I didn't release any episode, what's wrong, I hope everything is fine, this, that. I just want to say that I really appreciate everyone that reached out to me. Back to today's business. So I received a message from somebody, I don't know the person, and the person actually asked me a question. So I want to answer the question on my podcast today. And I think for this month, November, I just want to focus more on, it's going to be more of women's health, to tackle some of the questions that I've been getting from people, especially ladies, women. So I need to tackle it, and I'm going to start with the first question I got. And she said, "Hi, Nurse Sarah. I always have menstrual pain every time I am on my period. This pain makes me weak, tired, and sometimes stops me from performing some of the activities I need to do for the day. Is it normal to have pain during menstruation? And what can I do to reduce pain whenever I'm menstruating?" That's a question from one of my listeners. So menstruation occurs when the uterus sheds its lining once a month, and some pain, cramping, or discomfort during the menstrual period is normal, but excessive pain that causes you to miss your work or miss out school or some activity is not normal. Painful menstruation is actually called dysmenorrhea, and we have two types of dysmenorrhea: primary dysmenorrhea and the secondary dysmenorrhea. So the primary dysmenorrhea is actually the pain you feel whenever you start your period, and this pain has nothing to do with your pelvic organ. That means that there is nothing wrong with your pelvic organ, and this type of pain is relating to your period, so it is caused by your period. The pain would actually last for about 3 days, and then it gets better. So you can feel the pain before or during your period. The causes of this pain is due to a chemical called prostaglandin. So the prostaglandin is released from your uterus during menstruation, and it will stimulate your uterus to contract. During contraction, there is less oxygen moving to the muscles of the uterus. This then causes the pain. So prostaglandin, they are a necessary part of the process, but in excess they cause pain if the uterus contracts strongly. Blood flow is being reduced, and the supply of oxygen to the uterus muscle tissue decreases, which then causes this pain. People are more likely to have painful period if they started menstruating early in life, or if their period are irregular. Irregular is when you see your period this month, and then probably you see it for you usually see it for 5 days, and then you are seeing it the next month for just 2 days or a day, or next month again you are not seeing your period, and then it's just irregular. It's also part of what causes this painful menstruation. So other factors that have been associated with painful period include smoking, being obesity too is also part. If there is an infection to the pelvic organ, disease condition can also be part of it. The endometriosis, adenomyosis can also cause it. Pelvic inflammatory disease can also cause it. Fibroid can also be part of what's making you to have this pain. I'm still talking about the primary causes. So now the secondary dysmenorrhea. The cause is due to abnormality in the pelvic organ, either the ovaries, the fallopian tube, or the uterus. The pattern of pain is different from the primary dysmenorrhea. The pain might be related to your period. You can feel the pain before period. It will get worse during and after your period. So you know that that's not normal. You might notice other symptoms like bloating of your tummy, heaviness in the pelvis, bleeding in between your period, every period. The other causes include endometriosis, where the lining of the uterus basically is misbehaving and then it goes to implant itself outside the uterus. There's another cause for secondary dysmenorrhea, the adenomyosis. This is where the tissue of the uterus that usually lines the womb starts to grow within the muscular walls of the womb. So there is pelvic inflammatory disease, there is fibroid. Those are the causes of secondary dysmenorrhea. Now that you know the causes of dysmenorrhea, which is so many things that causes it and the types. So for the treatment depends on the cause. So for primary, you just need to treat the pain, and for the secondary dysmenorrhea, you need to treat the pain and the problem. So I'm going to just focus on the primary dysmenorrhea, what you can do to relieve your pain, the things you need to do. But for the secondary, if you notice that you have this pain during or before, during and after your menstruation, this you need to go and see a doctor. Yes, a gynecologist for the matter. You need to go and see a specialist because it's so important. Don't use everything I'm going to tell you here and then you think, oh, you've gotten advice, I need to just suppress. You don't have to suppress that symptoms you're having. Go and see a doctor, a specialist, and let them tell you what you need to do, because having pain during menstruation, it's crazy if it's going to even stop you from going to work or doing some activities. So I just want to focus on primary dysmenorrhea, what you need to do to relieve the pain, because you need to treat the pain. So the first thing is that positioning always matters. So you need to position yourself in a way that you feel comfortable. Some people just feel to lie down straight, and some people lie on their chest. So you lie down flat with your chest. I think probably will relieve the pain. But another thing is the heat therapy. That heat therapy actually works a lot, and you can try it. What you need to do is get hot water bottle. When you get the hot water bottle, put hot water inside. Then you wrap the bottle with a towel. So you need to wrap it with a towel and then place it on your tummy. Just place it and then place yourself in a position. Place it there and just relax. Place yourself in a position, lie flat, and then place the hot water bottle on your tummy. It will relieve the pain. Exercise. So I know some of you will be thinking now that I'm having pains and you're telling me I should exercise. Are you serious this time around? Okay, so I'm not saying you need to do rigorous exercise. Just yoga. You can do yoga. You can stretch your body, stretch your hands, stretch your leg, move your waist, twist it. Just simple exercise also helps. Yes. So you can also massage your abdomen. Apply some oil and then just massage. Hydrating to also help. Just hydrate yourself. Drink more water. Get in the habit of drinking up to like 6 to 8 glasses of water per day, especially when you're menstruating. You can add some mint or lemon to the water to make it so palatable for you. And you know, sometimes some people when they're menstruating, they experience diarrhea, vomiting. So when you take water, it's more or less like you're replacing the lost fluid. Your diet too matters. I mentioned that to try and reduce the salty food, the sugary food, the fatty food. I discuss about various teas, green tea that you can take, and it's actually very good for you. So check out my blog at the Wellness Show. Just go and check my blog. I'm going to the website in the description. So check the blog to know the type of tea you can take. So green tea also helps. You can go for ginger. You see that ginger? It's a good thing. When I've tried it, when I'm having serious pain, is either I chew the ginger raw or boil it. You extract the water, grate it, and then you extract the water content in the ginger. Add it to your warm water, take it. So I want to also say that stress, so you need to reduce stress, reduce your stress level. You know, you stress yourself a lot when you're menstruating and you know you actually have this pain. please try and reduce the stress. Take medication, but the only medication you can get over the counter, including ibuprofen, your paracetamol that you take, you can easily get those ones at the pharmacy. But then you also need to go and see the doctor, let them write drugs that you need to be taking. So don't just self-medicate because it's not good. Eat therapy is also good. So this will help you relieve the pain from the menstrual cramp. The other one I want to talk about is the transcutaneous nerve stimulation. So this is an approved treatment for menstrual cramp. It uses a small machine to deliver low voltage electrical currents to the skin, possibly raising a user pain threshold and stimulating the release of body's natural endorphin. And these things can also be combined with other methods like the heat and medication. I don't think this is available in Nigeria anyway, so you can forget about it. Your diet, eat good, try and avoid fatty food, sugar, salt, salty food, try and avoid it. Can also be on treatment. So I also want to talk about reduce the stress and period cramp. You see, stress relief may help ease period cramp in some people, so you can please try and reduce it. There's an evidence that shows that sex can help with menstrual cramp relief, but it has actually been shown that when you have sex during your period, it will help relieve the pain. That's just all for this episode. The person that sent the question to me, I think I've answered your question. If you experience pain more than the normal that I have explained to you, please go to the hospital. You need to go and see the doctor. Please go to the hospital because it's so important. Go and see a specialist and let them help you. If you know you have just primary dysmenorrhea, you can make use of the method you can use to reduce the pain. I mentioned ginger. You take ginger, it has its own effect. You reduce your diet, so also matters. Exercise, eat therapy, and then I mentioned medication too. Thank you so much for listening. Please, if you have any question for me, just send your message. You can drop a voice note. You can send me a mail too. My podcast is going to be available on Podbean. Please subscribe, like, comment, and I really want to hear from you guys. Yes, it's important. So thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I have a lot of things I really want to share with you. So in the course of this month, I'm going to be having some guests on the show, and some I'll be doing it on my own. Share this podcast with your friends. Ladies, share it with your friends. Guys, share it with your girlfriend, your female friend. They need to hear this. It's so important. Thank you so much. See you next week. Thank you so much for listening to today's podcast. If this is your first time of listening, thank you so much for listening. You know what? I need you to do something for me. I need you to share this podcast with your friends, family, even your enemies. Share it with them. And also, I need you to subscribe to this podcast. I just need you to keep listening. Stay tuned to this podcast. I remain your host, Shobbs Sarah.